And this is volume 11, 11 episodes, John, so far of Two Owls Talking Sports. I am Mike Davidson, your host, as always, with my partner, Overlake Athletic Director John Wiley. And John, the winter is officially underway. Both our boys and our girls programs are in the middle of their first week of practice, starting that second week now. We talked about the boys last week. This week, we want to spend some time on this girls team that Coach Rick Nelson has. But before we get to that, and our special guest, Senior Zara Voutov, who is here to break down the girls' season preview with us, let's go back to this last weekend. We saw the girls in action for the first time. Overlake hosted a jamboree, and man, it looked like smooth sailing out there.
Yeah, I was impressed. We played against the Eastside Prep Eagles and the Granite Falls Tigers. They came in for a midday on Saturday. You know, a jamboree has a specific format that the WIA makes us do, which is essentially 10-minute games. And so those two opened up. We then played Eastside Prep and then Granite Falls. And I was really impressed. It's a new look squad almost. But what you realize is there's a lot of returners. There's a lot of key people like the person to my left coming off injuries who are going to make big contributions. But overall, they pulled both of them out in the short window that they had, and it was pretty fun.
So we've got our girls' season preview coming up, but the boys will be on the court for the first time here this week. They will be again at the Monroe Jamboree, a chance to play some bigger schools and get a sense for where they sit. That's another team that brings back a ton of talent. What are we looking for on Wednesday? Is that our hot ticket for the week?
Yeah, well, that's our only ticket for the week, and let's make it hot because it's gonna be the Owls going up to Monroe, playing Monroe High School. It's a big school. It's a 3A school, and Cedar Crest is the other game for them. They're going to bring the JVC, the JV, and the varsity. So that'll be a lot of fun, and they'll get to experience what the girls got to this weekend.
So a chance to go see some Owls in action before Turkey Day on Thursday. Head on out to Monroe High School for our game of the week. But Zara, let's talk about this girls team. Who had an up and down year a year ago, but they have you back for one thing. How's the feel in that locker room right now?
I think it's great. It's full of energy. After our big victory against both Granite Falls and EPS, I think we just came into the locker room and it was just screaming and so excited. We're all looking forward to the season.
Yeah, and you should be screaming because it was fun. It was a fun. It felt like you guys were all over the place defensively, caused a lot of turnovers. You especially got out there on the break and really were converting a lot of opportunities. It was fun to watch. Okay, so a couple questions for you. One is specifically in your case, you're a senior. Mm-hmm. And you've been through this program at the high school level, obviously for all 4 years, but you've overcome so many injuries, right? I mean, season enders. I remember you freshman year, about your first or second game, going down and then coming back, playing your sophomore year, and then
another surgery.
Surgery and stuff, and then dealing with it all. Here's my question: why do you keep coming back? What makes it so rewarding for you?
That's a great question. I think that, honestly, there's something really special about basketball that I don't see in, a lot of the other sports. Obviously, there's always, teamwork and camaraderie, but I just find that there's, a very special connection that I have with, not just my teammates, but the game. There's something just very special about the way that, everyone has to work together constantly. There's never someone that can just be the star player. I mean, obviously, you have star players in games, but you really need a team to work off of, and I think it was just that energy and commitment, and I just really loved being a part of the team. And I knew that no matter how many setbacks I faced, that there was always something special about basketball that made me want to come back and just keep trying harder every time that I got pushed down.
Well said. And also Jennifer, who was the leading scorer last year, she was first team all-league. A big key for your team is to have more than just that weapon. And I noticed she played within herself the other day. She didn't score, but you guys won both of those scrimmages. And she didn't overshoot. She didn't do anything wrong. In fact, she helped facilitate it. Does it feel like more of a team effort this year?
Yeah, I think definitely this year, a lot of the teams are going to start to see Jennifer as kind of that person who will drive in and get the layup or just be there for the 3-point. Like, she's so shifty. And so I think that, like, all the other teams are starting to see that now. And I think it's definitely coming into the way that we play, but also they play. So I think even though she wasn't able to get as many opportunities as like she normally was last year, I think she's still like a very key part of the team, like you said. But yeah, it's definitely more of a team effort now, I would say, with like we have to work around the fact that they all know what Jennifer's going to do. And I think that has caused our team to grow. Like we now have like a lot more strong shooters, especially with like more names back in the game, especially like Faith, like killing it with the 3-pointers.
Yeah, let's talk about that real quickly. Again, Faith overcoming her injury from last year, stepped up, and what'd she do? Knocked down 4 threes on Saturday?
I lost count after like the second one. It was just crazy. Like everyone knew like she's always been a 3-point shooter. She's always been our 3-point shooter. But I think we were all just a bit nervous, like with injuries and stuff. Me and her were both just kind of like, there's always this question of like, are you ever going to return to who you were? And I think she just answered that right off the bat, like absolutely yes and more. It was just insane to like see her. And I think like Rick said to us in the locker room after we were all done screaming, he was like, if this is what you guys have gotten done after 1 week of practice, like think about what another week is going to do for you.
So, it's something special when you have 2 seniors that you're really bringing back as new faces for this program, right? Didn't see much of either you or Faith a year ago, but there's some also truly new faces in the program. Give us one name that, hey, if you're not locked in yet, by the end of the season, this is a name you're going to know.
Okay, I've been thinking about this one. I've been like pondering like who might be in a new star. And I think even though there's like new and returning faces, I think there's definitely people that are going to be more prominent. I think Anne is going to be super great in the post. Like Anne and Aisha have just been like a great duo. But I see them both just like really killing it out there. I really want Aisha to get her threes this year. We've been manifesting a 3-point for the post. But I think in terms of new faces, I think we saw in the game as well, like when the second group of people went out, I think Emily had a lot of shots that she got opportunities for, and even though she wasn't like an insane shooter that game, I think that she has like crazy potential, and I think like I have like very high hopes for her in terms of shooting. And Anushka, I could keep shouting out people.
Love it. And Mike, what you should know is there were 26 girls out for basketball, which is the tops in the conference. So congrats for bringing everybody out, and it should be a great year.
Well, that's how you know that a building process under a new head coach is really getting to the next level, right?
Absolutely.
There's the product of what's there, but then there's who's in the program, who stays in the program, who can't wait to join the program, and there can be nothing but good from having more girls out than anybody else in the conference. And that's just 3 less than the boys program?
Yeah.
So that is a huge, right? That gulf has really been cut down in the last couple of years. Cannot wait to call these games. When's the first regular season game, John?
We're headed to Bear Creek, I believe, on the 2nd. So that's next Tuesday.
So that is coming up. Battle for Novelty Hill right out of the chute.
Right out the gate. That's a good
for
club.
This team. So maybe that's an early candidate for hot ticket on the week back from the break. But until then, thank you, Zara, for joining us and giving us that preview. Good luck this season. Stay healthy.
Thank you so much.
You got it. For 2 Owls Talking Sports, my partner John Wiley, I'm Mike Davidson. See you next week.